Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm wearing the same clothes because I made the same clothes the same day as that last video. So don't say that I wear the same thing every day, okay? So here it is, stoichiometry, mass today. The next page, starting with number 25 on this page here. Let's fill in these blanks. Just some conceptual stuff here. In mass stoichiometry, the problem, in mass stoichiometry problems, you are given a mass of one substance in the problem, and you need to solve, that makes sense, solve for the mass of another. I think there's some. For another, or the other, whatever, these choices are bad. Okay, oh yeah, there it is, solve another. This is the biggest type of stoichiometry problem because it uses 3 conversion factors. 2 conversion factors are the molar masses of the substance, and the other is the other substance, and the other blank is given in the reaction. Oh, is the mole ratio. The mole ratio. A mass problem results in of a substance. Remember, the relationship given in the reaction equation is between moles of reaction of chemicals. You must convert grams to mole before using the mole. You must convert grams to mole before using the mole. What? I don't know. Also, don't forget to include the chemical formulas and the units. Yeah, that's cool. So we'll go back and figure out what those later, because that's weird. That is weird. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on that. I think we hit the most important things there. There's going to be three conversion factors involved, and one of it is the mole ratio, and the other 2 is the molar mass, because you need the mass of the first substance and the mass of the second substance. All right. So I started this with you last time on the last video, and if you follow the order, grams, mole, grams. Remember, follow that. Grams, mole, grams, grams, mole, grams, grams, mole, grams, whatever, right? Just whatever you need to do to memorize it. Okay? Grams of the first substance, let's say A, mole of B, grams of B. So, remember the first 2 substances, the substances are the same, the first 2. The second 2 substances are the same as well. Okay? So, that's how it works. And the units they're talking about, the conversion factors. If you go from like this, if that's your grid, remember we copy this grams A down here, grams of A down here, okay? And then we copy mole of A down here, and then we copy mole of B down here. Alright? Cool, huh? So, everywhere well, not everywhere. Let's go back. So, the first conversion factor, this is your first mass. This is your first molar mass. And with molar mass, grams and mole in the same bracket, always 1 mole. And where do I see that again? The last one here, molar mass. What's the rule? 1 mole. Okay? And then I get the mass of whatever that is. The mass A, the mass B. Okay? And then the middle. What about this middle part? Mole over mole. This is the mole ratio. And where do I look at when I see mole over mole? I have to have a balanced chemical equation. Okay? So I look at the balance equation and I get the mole number in front. So it's fairly simple, ladies and gentlemen. It looks confusing. You look at this and like, oh my god, I don't even want to try it. But when you actually do it, it's actually pretty easy. Okay? And so let's try some. Let us try. In the name of the mole unit, here it is, number 25. Use the following, yada yada yada, this fancy equation, yeah. Wait. Oh, there's better equations downstairs. Okay, so here's the first question here. Hope you can see it. If you can't, refer to number 25 in your packet, okay? How many grams of silver nitrate? So we are going to deal with silver nitrate here. Hey, remember, in the last video, we did this mass already. So I'm going to just write the mass of this. It was 160 grams of silver nitrate per mole of silver nitrate. Okay? so that I don't have to redo all the calculations. It's just too much work. Okay, and complete reaction with grams of calcium chloride. Oh, calcium chloride. Now we're comparing two reactants, and that's normal. That's absolutely normal. You can compare any two of these things. So we start with, now let's box what we're looking for. So that's the last thing that's going to be on there. Underline what we're given. 22 grams, 22, oh, that's a big number. I'm not going to try to say that big number. Okay, so here's the pattern. Remember, grams, just write down grams, mole, grams. All right. So we start with 221 grams of calcium chloride. So let's put that in, 221.8 grams of CaCl2. Okay. And so mole, grams mole, and what are we looking for? Grams of silver nitrate. So that goes at the end, grams of AgNO3. All right. So what you do next is you copy this. The first, remember, this substance A, substance A, substance B, substance B. So the first substance is exactly the same as this mole. The second mole is the second substance. Okay? And then you draw your gritty majiggy. Like that. See? Then you have all the units that go on top. And if you have all the units that go on top, it's easy to find all the units that go on the bottom. Copy it down. Grams of CaCl2 down here. Mole of that's 2. CaCl2 right here. And then mole of AgNO3 down here. Look at that. All the units are in place. And now you're getting the numbers. And there's a couple things to remember with the numbers again. I'm going to keep reminding you how to get these numbers. The first number, mole and gram. What do you have to remember? Always remember, moles and grams is 1 mole. Okay, the last one here, mole and gram again, 1 mole. Fill that out. It doesn't matter which order you fill this out. Whichever is easy for you. Maybe you fill all the easy ones first, so then it leaves the harder ones later. That's fine. Okay, I like the mole and mole. I look at the equation one time. Remember, mole and mole, look at the equation. How many AgNO3? 2. How many CaCl2? 1. All right. So keep in mind, when is the only time you look at the equation? When it's mole over mole. That's it. When it's grams over mole, you don't look at the equation. When it's grams over mole, you don't look at the equation. Okay? Don't let the equation fool you. Because some of you will be tempted to put a 2 right here, and that's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. So don't do that. Okay. Close this. Alright. So, grams now. The grams of CaCl2. Ca is 40 grams. Cl2 is 35.5, 35.5 times 2, which is 71. 40 plus 71, that's 111 grams of CaCl2. AgNO3, like I said, Ag is 108, nitrogen is 14, 3 oxygen is 48. That gives you 160 grams. And that's how you get those numbers. Okay? Multiply all the top first and divide by the bottom, divide by the bottom, divide by the bottom. Then you'll get your answer. Pretty neat. And that's how you do 4-step grams to grams conversion. Okay? Remember, we started that first day, mole to mole, which is only 2 middle steps right here. Remember, 2 middle steps. Nothing right there. 2 middle steps right there. Then the second page and third page, we went 3 steps. The 3 last step or the 3 first step. And today we do all 4 steps. We've gone a long way. And I hope it's starting to make sense, because if you can follow that pattern, you will do just fine. And to follow this pattern, I want to review real quick 3 things to remember. Okay? The first thing that to help your life so much easier, to make it so much better, is remember the order: grams, mole, mole, grams. Okay? Remember that. 2. Mole over mole. If, let's say, 2 different things, use the equation. That's the only time you use the equation. Number 3. Grams over mole, or mole over gram. It is always 1 mole. And the grams, where do you get the grams? You get the grams from periodic table. The grams come from the periodic table. Add all the masses together. Mole and mole, equation. The steps in order grams, mole, grams. 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 Okay, so your assignment is to go ahead and finish 25, 26, 27, 28. And then mixed review. It's going to review a little bit of everything. It could be 2-step, 3-step, 4 steps. So number 30 through 35. Okay, 30 to 30 through 35. Finish that, and you have gone a very long way. The most difficult part of this unit is already done, and it's not even that bad. I was just trying to scare you at the beginning so that you come a little more prepared. Okay, goodbye.